start recording a fact find, we first need to open up a client file. Go to the left menu, and from there select the client that we wish to open, and click on Open Client. From here, select the fact find option on the left hand side to open up the client's fact find sales selection screen. This screen will contain a lot of information, a list of all of the sales that you've carried out with the client over time, in this case just the one, but there's also a series of buttons that enable us to open new sales, close sales, and manage the sales process. As well as that, underneath this list of sales, we have a series of dates that can be completed either manually or automatically, including disclosure information, contact, etc. In order to open a sale, highlight it in the window above, click on Open Sale, and that will open up the fact find. Within the fact find, you can see a series of tabs that make up the different sections of the fact find and the different areas for completion. This is a mortgage or second charge, whereas the protection and GI element of the fact find has been turned off. We can enable that at a later date. Green ticks indicate that the data has all been completed in terms of mandatory fields. The red cross indicates that a mandatory field is awaiting completion, and the mandatory fields can be seen through the red exclamation marks. If I complete this mandatory field, you see the exclamation mark disappears and the green tick is now present. That indicates I've completed this tab. Data is entered through drop-downs, radio buttons, or free text where required. The Financials tab allows me to record income and expenditure information. The total annual income is actually added through the use of a More button. Here we open up another window and we can see where we can add basic salary and additional overtime, etc. There's also a budget planner which allows us to record budget information, and this also takes advantage of More buttons, here for transport, allowing us to record a breakdown of all the expenditure items. Click OK to close the window. The Employment tab allows us to record employment information. Initially we can record whether the individual is employed or self-employed or not employed, and then we can open up the In Details window, which will allow us to record further information which changes according to whether the client is employed or self-employed. We can also record additional employment information such as the retirement age or insurance number. The Current Mortgage is not a mandatory tab, as the client may not have a current mortgage, but this screen will allow you to record multiple current mortgages if possible, or if that's appropriate for the client. The rest of the screen will display information relating to each individual mortgage, including the loan outstanding, etc., and this information can be used later in the process. The New Mortgage or Loan tab will indicate whether a loan is being taken out on a second charge basis, or record the basic details of the type of mortgage being required, such as a remortgage in this case. We can add multiple different new mortgages if required, clicking on the Add Another Need button, and each one will have the three tabs you see on screen. The New Mortgage Loan tab will allow us to record basic information about the loan purpose, any existing mortgages that are being related to, and if there are additional borrowings taking place, we can record the details by clicking Yes and adding the details you see, including whether a second charge is to be considered or not. The second tab is the Property tab, and this allows you to record information about the actual mortgage property. And the Preferences tab is made up of two different tabs dealing with both the preferences in terms of product and price on this screen, and then on the second tab, the risk questions, and all of this information will be passed through to sourcing where appropriate. The Existing tab screen allows us to record any existing policies that the client has prior to our engagement with them, and the Notes tab allows us to record notes relating to the client, the sale, or indeed the product. These will normally be always visible on the right hand side, but if your screen resolution is too small, it will be on the Notes tab shown. Once complete, we can return to the sales selection screen, and we can see that the fact find completion date has been automatically added to confirm of completion.